Welcome back, Camely. I am about to begin my weekly meal prep grocery trip. Yeah, this is my third week doing it, going strong, and I have a lot of fun doing it as well, so I thought I would take you along and show you my process. And it starts with planning out what I want to eat and planning out my grocery list. The last few weeks I made way too much food. Last week I did buffalo veggie quinoa, which is really yummy, and I think I've cooked before on this channel. I think I made that for like a what I eat in a day video because I love that recipe and it's really good leftovers, so that was a really good thing to meal prep. But yeah, I made too much and still have some in the fridge, and it's like a week old, so at this point not gonna be eating that. And then I also made like a Mexican pasta salad with like corn and beans, bell peppers, cilantro, pasta sauce, pasta salad type of thing. And I made this really good like P.F. Chang's ripoff kind of recipe, dupe, if you will, a little dupe, for the P.F. Chang's chicken lettuce wraps. And those were really, really good. I just had the last one of those for lunch today. Again, a week old. Probably shouldn't eat chicken that's a week old, but I feel fine. It was fine. I'm good. But yeah, I definitely need to stock the fridge up again. But yes, the menu for this week, I'm gonna make a bunch of spring rolls, and this has been something I've been craving for the longest time. So I'm just gonna get a bunch of veggies and some stuff to make like a peanut sauce and some rice paper, roll it all up. That's gonna be really good. And then I'm gonna try these buffalo meatballs. I've never made them before. It's a recipe from TikTok. I get most of my recipes from either Pinterest or TikTok, or sometimes I just wing it. Like these spring rolls, you know, I'm not following any recipe. I'm just shoving some veggies and some rice paper. But yeah, these buffalo meatballs seem really good, and I'm gonna have broccoli as a side for that. So it's just gonna be like meatballs and broccoli. And then I'm gonna make some elotes, except not on the cob. I'm just gonna make some canned corn with cheese and spices and stuff, some lime. And I'm gonna get some chips for dipping with that. And yeah, that's my attempt to not make too much food. I made 3 different meals and had like 4 or 5 servings of each when I first meal prepped a few weeks ago. And yeah, it was entirely too much. So every week I've been making less and less food and trying to find like a good amount. But yeah, I'm really excited to try this new meatball recipe. I love anything buffalo, but I can't just eat buffalo wings all the time. So finding alternatives like the buffalo quinoa, and then again this week, more buffalo with the buffalo meatballs. Should be good. And then of course, I'm just getting like bread and eggs and stuff because I'm not gonna be eating these meals for like every single meal. So I'm gonna get some other basics and stuff I need for the house as well. I have one other like dinner on here that I'm not planning on like making a mass amount of and like prepping, which is gonna be some salmon and asparagus. Simple, easy, yummy. And I think I'm just gonna cook that for tonight because I do not like to meal prep on the same day that I grocery shop. It's just a lot. Grocery shopping takes a lot out of me. So yeah, I always try to get something simple and quick to cook for that night. And then tomorrow I'm gonna do the actual meal prepping. Let's go to Walmart. It is the next day and I am prepped to meal prep. The grocery store went well. It was around $200 for everything. Also, I'm already anticipating people commenting on me just like throwing my veggies in the cart without a bag. But I don't know, it just seems like a waste of plastic to me. There's already so much plastic use when you're grocery shopping, and to add to it, just to like put all my veggies in their own bags when it's all gonna be washed anyways. Like, just wash your veggies. You weren't gonna wash them, you were just gonna put them in the bag. I don't know, I don't see the point in it. I washed my veggies and I'm ready to go. We're gonna start with the spring rolls. I'm really excited and kind of nervous. I have never made spring rolls before. These came pre-chopped, I guess. I just have like a slaw mix and some carrots, and the rest I'm about to chop up myself. Actually, before I start, I'm gonna start heating up some water for the noodles. And my thought with this was that I can only make like so many spring rolls and I can only eat so many spring rolls. So I figured I might have like some leftovers of everything, some leftover carrots and slaw, bell peppers and tofu and noodles, and I might just like mix all that in together to like a peanut noodle dish, because I'm also making a peanut sauce with this. So I can have like a deconstructed spring roll noodle dish to go alongside it. Options. All right, let's get chopping. Bell peppers, done. Green onions, done. Yikes. Cucumber, done. The avocado I'm a bit nervous about, so I'm just gonna be putting avocado in some of the spring rolls because avocado is gonna be the first thing to go bad. Avocado. Cilantro. Crushed peanuts. Getting close. Tofu. What I'm gonna do is I'm going to saturate this with some soy sauce, sesame oil, and then fry it up, get the noodles cooking, and then we will be ready to go. All right, soy sauce, sesame oil, sweet chili sauce, minced ginger, salt, pepper, garlic powder, and onion powder, and a little extra soy sauce for good measure. It is time to make the peanut sauce. I've never made a peanut sauce before, but I'm just gonna wing it. I don't know, I vaguely looked up a recipe like a few days ago. Seems simple enough. I'm just gonna mix saucy ingredients together with some peanut butter and see how it goes. I wanna make quite a lot because this is gonna be for dipping as well as for the potential noodle dish as well. We got some garlic. I'm just gonna do a little bit of hoisin sauce. I don't think that it's typical in this, but it seems like it would work. Some sriracha, a little bit of sesame oil, some ginger again, soy sauce, and some more of the sweet chili sauce. And we're gonna hit it with just a little bit of crushed peanuts. And then same seasonings as the tofu, some onion powder, garlic powder, salt, pepper. All right, I'm gonna do my best to mix this all together. I'm gonna add a little bit of water just to kind of water it down because the peanut butter is really thick. All right, it's still really thick and glossy and like peanutty, peanut buttery, but I'm gonna try it. Flavor-wise, that's a lot of peanut butter. Like, I just kind of taste like spicy peanut butter. So I'm gonna add a lot more of the soy sauce and the sriracha and all of that stuff. Consistency wise, it's looking a lot better, but the color is kind of scaring me. It's a lot more red. I think I might have added too much sriracha. That tastes good. No, that's good. That's actually perfect. I'm not gonna touch it anymore. It is a little spicy, but I like that. This is my first time like constructing a spring roll. I've never even like touched rice paper before. But yeah, here it is. From what I understand, you get it wet. I don't know if there's like a right side or a wrong side. There's definitely two sides here. This feels right though. So yeah, it's gonna take some trial and error. I might like overfill it the first go, but I'm just gonna try and make one and then eat it and see how it is. It's fully saturated. It still feels really thick. I expected it to like feel a lot thinner after being all wet. Feels like it's already like drying off. I don't know what I'm doing. I'm gonna start with some avocado, some tofu, carrots, some slaw, a couple of these, one of these, cilantro, peanuts, and then just a little bit of the noodles. That's looking pretty full. Okay, it's already falling apart. There's like holes in it, but I mean, that's a spring roll. All right, here it goes. Pretty proud of myself. Now to make as many of these as I can. Let's go. I ended up making 10 spring rolls. Those are all done, and I still have some leftover ingredients. I wish I had more tofu for this, and I ran out of green onions, so I might chop more green onions and maybe some more peanuts, and then grab some more carrots so I can throw together the rest of these noodles. And I'm just gonna use this pot because it's already dirty. I'm gonna save the rest of this cilantro for the elotes. This can all go in there. This can all go in there. Peanuts. That's a good amount of peanuts. I don't need to chop more peanuts. I don't know that cucumbers would be good in this, so I'm just gonna save these for snacking. And these bell peppers, I think, need to be chopped up a little bit more. I'm just gonna like cut them all in half. Okay. I'm saving the whites of these green onions for another recipe. So I'm just gonna put the green part in here and the whites in here. Okay, I mean, that's something. Now I'm gonna clean up my mess. First meal has been prepped. We got 10 spring rolls and some leftover noodle dish, served cold. I'm just gonna scoop some peanut sauce into each of these. Amazing, perfect amount. This is so good, I'm so excited. It is time for the chicken buffalo meatballs. I got the oven preheated to 400, got a baking pan greased and ready to go. And I just chopped up a stalk of celery, like half a cup of shredded carrots, and half a cup of shallots. We got half a cup of breadcrumbs, 2 cloves of garlic, say a 1/4 cup of green onions. We're gonna do 3 tablespoons of, 3 tablespoons? Let me double check that. Yeah, 3 tablespoons of buffalo sauce and 3 teaspoons of ranch seasoning and 1.5 pounds of ground chicken. In this bowl, combine it all, make some meatballs. That was a bit too much. Okay, better. All right, time to get gross. Perfect. It's bothering me that the rows aren't even, but whatever. I almost had just enough and I was like, I could fit like 4 more on there. This is gonna go in the oven for 25 minutes. And I'm gonna go wash my hands. I just realized that there was supposed to be an egg in all of that. It needs an egg, right? forgot the egg. Should I take them out and re-roll them? I think I need to do that. This is the saddest thing that's ever happened. These got really squishy and weird, but they're done. I was much more confident before the egg about the integrity of the meatball, and now it's just like so mushy and weird and like not even forming into balls. I just kind of like plopped them, but I feel like they'll like firm up, like they'll cook and they'll be balls. Here they are. I still have a little bit left over, but like I'm so over it. I'm gonna put these in the oven. 25 minutes for real this time. I have some broccoli here, and this is gonna just kind of be like a side dish to the meatballs. Just meatballs and broccoli. I just felt like it needed something else. Can't just have meatballs. So I'm just gonna do a little bit of olive oil, some salt and pepper, and just a little bit of that ranch seasoning from earlier. And these are just gonna go in the oven along with the meatballs until it's all done. So things are really falling apart, but I'm trying to make the corn dish. I couldn't find the can opener, so I just looked for like half an hour and then jammed this open with a knife and almost severely injured myself. But corn. I also don't have another mixing bowl, so I'm using a pot to mix all this up. I really wish I had more. I might try and stab open another can. Okay, cool. 2 cans of corn. I'm gonna do some sour cream, some mayonnaise, sriracha, cilantro, salt. We got tequila lime seasoning, paprika, some tahini, lime. I'm gonna chop up some pickled jalapeno, as well as some pickled onions. These are really sweet, so I don't want too many. And then finally, I have some queso fresco, I don't know, queso cheese. That might be too much for 1 container, or it might just fit. Cool, perfect, yummy. That's the wrong lid. That's a lot of corn. It'll be good though. All right, now I just need to clean off my station one last time and then put the chicken meatballs in their bowls and be done. Are these giving meatball? What do we think? Okay, so stuck to the bottom, that's fine. They're at least giving meatball. Maybe should have used a little more grease. Now we know. Oh my God. They're kind of giving like half meatballs. Like it's just like half a meatball. Whatever. I'm sure they're yummy. They smell good. I cannot, bro. This is usually the part in my process where I just get really stressed out and I just want to be done. All right, those worked out to be some good portions. I'm happy with that. Perfect little lunch. The final step is that I'm gonna add a little bit more buffalo sauce, so these are like nice and saucy, and then give them a good shake and put them in the fridge. Slay. That's also the wrong lid. Yummy. I'll probably top these with some ranch when I eat them. Just dip them in some ranch and probably dip the broccoli in some ranch too. Super yummy. I'm excited to try these. The last thing I'm gonna do real quick is cut up an onion, probably half an onion, and cook the other half of that ground chicken that I didn't cook earlier. And I'm gonna make spaghetti out of that tonight. So that will be dinner tonight. And I have a lot of dishes to do now. That was my meal prep. There's usually 1 or 2 mistakes every time. I'm not the best cook ever, per se, but I always learn a lesson. Today's lesson, use more grease when you make meatballs. Important lesson. But yeah, I have some super yummy meals for the next week. See you next week.